one's come again today.
Yeah.
So how's my mommy's special dish?
I recognize this flavor from somewhere.
Phew. There, all done.
Yui, are you still running this tiny place?
Shotaro. Yes, this was my late mother's pride and joy. I can't just let the restaurant she protected go under.
Wasn't your motto something like cooking is all about heart? There was a guy named Keiichi at the restaurant where I trained who believed the same thing, but he quit after clashing with the owner. Sincerity alone won't keep a business running, you know?
Yeah, maybe you're right, but...
Well, if that's what you believe in, I won't stop you. See you around.
Kana, today's lunch is my special demi-glaze hamburger steak.
Yay! I love your hamburgers, Mommy. But, Mommy, no one's come again today.
Yeah.
I think that place called Tokimeki Bistro should be somewhere around here. Ah, found it. My name's Keiichi Sato. I just came back to this town and was looking for Tokimeki Bistro, the restaurant my late mentor once told me about. Hello?
Hello there.
Wow, we have a customer.
You're our first one in a while. Please come in.
Really? It smells amazing in here.
I was eating my mommy's hamburger steak. It's super good.
Can I have the same thing, please?
Of course. Can you wait a little bit? Sorry for keeping you waiting. Here's your demi-glaze hamburger set meal.
Whoa, that looks delicious. Thank you.
So how's my mommy's special dish?
It's incredible. And I recognize this flavor from somewhere. Excuse me, ma'am. What's your name?
I'm Yui Haruyama, and this is my daughter, Kana.
Haruyama. I don't recognize that last name. Have you ever met Mr. Yoi Saki, the chef from Kirameki Restaurant, by any chance?
No, I'm afraid not.
Mr. Yoi Saki was my late mentor. This demi-glace sauce tastes exactly like the one he used to make for us during our training days. I was just wondering how I ended up tasting that flavor here.
Did you say Kirameki Restaurant? Before my mother opened this place, she used to work there as an apprentice. I've been running this restaurant to preserve her cooking, so that flavor you're tasting must be what she inherited from Mr. Yoisaki.
I see. I'm honestly moved that it's been recreated so perfectly.
My mother always said, cooking is all about heart. So I'm happy to know I've carried that on. That flavor must hold special memories for you.
Cooking is all about heart. Well, my mentor used to say that too. By the way, I'm Keiichi Sato. These days, I work as a culinary consultant and management advisor. I've helped revive several restaurants that were on the brink of closing. If it's all right with you, I'd love to lend a hand.
Huh? Really?
It'd be such a waste for food this good to go unnoticed. If you share more of what you've inherited from your mother and what you truly care about, I'm sure more people will come.
I'm glad to hear that. In that case, I appreciate your support.
That's awesome, Mommy.
Yeah, now we've really got to give it everything we've got.
A few weeks later.
Hey, Yoko, don't you think Tokimeki Bistro has changed lately? It feels like their number of customers has clearly gone up. You're right. Until recently, even during lunch or dinner rush hours, it hardly looked like anyone was there. From the outside, you wouldn't notice much difference. But I'm starting to think some of our regulars are drifting over there. What could be causing that? Hello, this is Shotaro speaking. Mr. Goda, always a pleasure to hear from you. I wanted to discuss my investment. I've heard rumors that the nearby restaurant is starting to steal some of your customers. If your business loses momentum, that'll affect my reputation as an investor too. So I'm expecting you to turn things around. Of course. I'm currently investigating that restaurant myself, and I plan to devise a solid counter strategy. I'll talk to you soon. Mr. Goda doesn't seem too pleased with how the restaurant's doing, huh? Yeah, I can't afford to show him any more weakness.
Man, That hamburger steak lunch set was so good.
I didn't realize there was such a fantastic Western-style restaurant in this area. We used to go to Ristorante Takashina all the time. But now, I want to come back here too.
And this place is cheaper and tastier.
That couple used to be our regulars, right? So their food's getting good reviews, huh? Let's check it out. Okay, scouting our rivals is important. Well, we don't even know if there are rivals yet.
Hello there. Oh, Shotaro.
I'm here as a customer today. Looks like business is booming lately.
Thankfully, yes.
Is there any particular reason for that?
Hello, wait, Shotaro, is that you?
Keiichi? What are you doing here? You two know each other? Yeah, before I opened Ristorante Takashina. We were fellow chefs at Day's restaurant, back when we were still in training.
We had different views on management, so I left.
I see.
So the guy who quit after crashing out with the owner, Shotaro brought up before, that was Keiichi, huh?
The new management was all about social media appeal and cutting costs. But Keiichi kept insisting cooking is about heart. I was wondering where you'd gone since then.
I'm now working here at Tokimeki Bistro as a culinary supervisor and management advisor.
Thanks to Keiichi's help, our customers have more than doubled.
Wow, that's impressive.
Please have a seat.
Then we'll have 2 demi-glace hamburger steak set meals. Yeah, I've gotta admit, this hamburger steak is pretty good. Yui, knowing you, I bet you're investing a lot of time into making this demi-glace sauce too.
Yes, it's our signature dish, and we take the time and care to make it right.
The sauce was already perfect, so I focus on tweaking the hamburger itself to bring out the flavor even more.
You really think this sauce is perfect?
Yeah, I didn't see any need to improve it further. Wait, could it be that Shotaro doesn't even realize this is our mentor's flavor?
This flavor was passed down from my mother, so I didn't want to change it either.
There's still room to improve the business side, and I believe we can keep evolving from here.
So the recent surge in customers is thanks to those reforms, huh? Still, I doubt your place can surpass ours. I bet you're still spouting that old cooking is about heart nonsense, huh, Keiichi? And since Yui keeps preaching sincerity matters most, I suppose you two see eye to eye. But heart alone won't bring in customers.
Maybe so, but your obsession with efficiency makes everything feel mechanical.
Not at all. What truly matters are efficiency and the science of flavor. By reproducing a recipe calculated down to the milligram, you can serve the exact same taste every single time. That's how I've built my success.
You're right, Shotaro. Your restaurant's food is excellent, and keeping a consistent flavor despite variations in ingredients is no small feat. Your methods aren't wrong, and I think they're what make your restaurant great, but
Yui's way of always cooking with her customers, in mine, is just as important. I can confidently say that this place would do even better than yours.
and I don't plan on losing either.
Not long ago, she could barely speak up. And now, she's found her voice. Enjoy talking big while you still can. Shotaro, the dinner supplies should be arriving soon. Right. Well, we've got to get going now. There's no way we'll lose.
Maybe it was a little bold for a small restaurant like ours to challenge Ristorante Takashina.
Not at all. The food quality is already great. So what this restaurant needs most right now is a clear brand identity.
A brand identity?
Yes, this place and every dish you serve carries countless stories you've inherited and continued from your mother. If we center the emotion behind each plate as the heart of Tokimeki Bistro's brand, your heart and management will sync up perfectly, making this a restaurant that everyone will love for years to come.
You're amazing, Keiichi. You completely understood the part that matters most to me and built your idea around it. You really are my savior.
I feel the same way you do about cooking, so I guess we're striving for the same goal. Her savior, huh? I might be wishing for too much, but I wish I could stay closer to her.
Thank you. I want to move forward with the branding plan you proposed. When I'm with Keiichi, it feels like we can do anything together. Are we just perfect as work partners, or maybe something more?
And just like that, we started working together to build the brand. A few more months later.
The number of customers has clearly dropped. Reservations from regulars are down to about half of what they used to be. What's bothering me is Tokimeki Bistro. That tiny place? What about it? They never used social media before. But now they've started sharing their food concepts and stories online. It seems like it has a rich history. And folks are really into the touching stories from the former owner. And those delicious food videos. Who cares about the chef's feelings? We're a high-end Western restaurant serving top-tier cuisine. How could they be stealing our customers? Yes, this is Restaurante Takashina.
Shotaro, it's been a while.
Miss Sonemi, it's wonderful to hear from you again.
About our reservation for next month's wedding anniversary. I'm afraid we'll have to cancel this year.
What? May I ask why? You and your husband have celebrated your anniversary here every single year.
We went to Tokimeki Bistro the other day, and I just can't forget the flavor of their chilled pasta. I asked the owner where that taste came from, and she said her mother used to be a chef at Kirameki Restaurant.
What? Kirameki Restaurant? And?
The restaurant we rented out for our wedding was Kirameki Restaurant. I'd always dreamed of tasting that flavor again, and when I did, I was honestly moved to tears. When I told the owner about it, she carefully listened to my husband's and my preferences, then created a special course just for our anniversary.
A special course, you say?
Yes, she said they prepare custom dishes for special occasions, like wedding anniversaries, birthdays, and even marriage proposals, tailored to each guest's wishes. My husband was so impressed by the owner that he's actually discussing funding a second Tokimeki Bistro location. So from now on, we'll be dining there instead.
I see. Well, we still take great pride in serving top-class cuisine. So I do hope you'll visit us again sometime.
Of course. Have a good day.
A second Tokimeki Bistro? Seriously? Miss Sonemi and her husband have been our loyal customers for a long time. But her husband has never brought up the idea of opening a second branch to us.
And just then, a turning point came for both restaurants. A TV program called Western Cuisine Renaissance, featuring a cooking showdown between local Western-style restaurants, reached out with an offer.
That's the cooking show I've always loved. It makes sense they'd invite Restaurante Takashina, but why us?
Originally, they were supposed to have Restaurante Takashina compete against another Western restaurant, but that place backed out. Since I've supervised dishes for a few shows produced by that same TV station, I recommended Tokimeki Bistro. Turns out, the director had secretly visited this place before to eat, and he really wants us on the show.
What? But the head judge is the Don of Western cuisine, Seinosuke Todoroki himself. He runs several world-class restaurants and is known for being incredibly strict about flavor. Oh no, I'm so nervous.
It's okay, Yui. Take a breath. I know you can create something amazing. Something that'll definitely outshine Shotaro. No matter how many customers you've had, no matter how busy you get, there's one thing you never changed, right?
It's all about cooking with my heart.
Exactly. I'll be right by your side. So let's keep doing what we always do. Cooking with care and sincerity.
Right. With Keiichi by my side, I'll be fine.
Mr. Todoroki's been to my restaurant before. That man's palate is the real deal. He always recognizes true quality. This time, we've got it in the bag. You're right. If we beat Tokimeki Bistro on this show, we'll make Restaurante Takashina a household name.
Today's match features a small local restaurant challenging an established fine dining giant. It's shaping up to be an intense showdown like no other. Before we begin, let's hear a few words from our head judge, Mr. Seinosuke Todoroki.
I really look forward to seeing the spirit of each chef come through in their best creation. This will be quite the treat.
And the theme of today's competition is the ultimate beef stew.
As usual, we'll go with sous vide and molecular gastronomy techniques. All the data and theory are in place, so we can perfectly replicate our restaurant's flavor. Okay, got it.
Yui, are you good?
Sure, we've got plenty of time, so we'll be fine. Let's take it slow, use every minute we've got, and cook with all our heart, just like always.
Yoko, season it in 5 minutes. Next comes this batch of seasoning, right? Yeah, adjust the heat exactly as written in the recipe. Got it.
How's it taste?
Still needs more simmering. I guess the equipment and environment are different, so it's not cooking quite the same. But I know how to fix it now. Keiichi, can you give me a hand over here?
Sure. And so, their cooking time finally came to an end.
Alright, time's up. First, we'll begin the tasting with Ristorante Takashina's beef stew.
Please, enjoy. I see.
Okay.
Next, we'll move on to Tokimeki Bistro stew.
Well. You can't make flavor with heart alone. The precision and balance of my calculated flavors will win.
We gave it our all and really put our hearts into it.
It's gonna be okay.
Now then, it's time for the final judgment. First, let's hear what Mr. Seinosuke Todoroki, the head judge, has to say. Which restaurant did you find more appealing?
It's pretty obvious. Tokimeki Bistro.
What?
What? Whoa! So did the challenger actually beat the fine dining restaurant?
My vote goes to Tokimeki Bistro too.
Same here.
Unbelievable! All 3 judges have chosen Tokimeki Bistro! It's a flawless victory!
We did it, Yui!
No way! I can't believe this!
How come? I brought the exact recipe we used for our daily beef stew, so it should have been cooked perfectly according to plan. Both dishes were excellent, but there was a subtle difference in how the flavors soaked in and how deep the richness went. Even if you follow your recipe precisely, the cooking environment, ingredient quality, and tools must have been very different from your usual setup. It's unrealistic to expect 100% identical results under those conditions. But yeah, I had a feeling that was the problem. When I tried it, I told Shotaro that it felt a bit different from our regular flavor. But he insisted that as long as I stuck to the recipe, everything would be okay. And he didn't pay attention to my concerns. Having confidence in his recipe is good, but I believe a final adjustment is always necessary. Yoko, aren't you supposed to be on my side? Of course I'm staff at Restaurante Takashina, but as a chef, I think our beliefs differ. What? So even the mindset of the staff was different. Then, let me ask both chefs, what is the most important thing to you when serving food? I'd say recipes that are carefully calculated, blending efficiency with the science of flavor.
For me, it's cooking with heart.
I thought so. That's where the difference lies. Huh? Of course, both dishes were superb, but the feeling behind them, the care for the person eating, made all the difference. Heartfelt service enriches not just the food, but the soul. In that respect, Tokimeki Bistro truly stood above the rest.
I appreciate it, sir.
Everything Yui believed in wasn't wrong in the end. I'm so happy it turned out like this. After that, thanks to the broadcasts of Western cuisine renaissance, Tokimeki Bistro quickly rose to fame and became a restaurant with lines out the door. And then,
Yui, we've found a chef to take charge of the second branch. I'd like him to train here for a while, but is that alright?
Of course. I'll make sure he fully learned the flavor of this restaurant.
And I'll leave the management side to you, Keiichi.
got it. Meanwhile, Ristorante Takashina tried to recover its reputation by launching new menu items and campaigns, but every attempt failed. Customers quickly stopped coming. Worse yet, in his desperation for profit, Shotaro began treating his staff harshly, driving more and more of them to quit.
With so many staff quitting, what are we gonna do now?
Shotaro, we have a problem. We're so short-staffed that management's fallen apart, and there was a fire in the kitchen.
What did you say?
Thankfully, it wasn't serious, but bad luck kept piling up.
I'm finally home. Hey, what's for dinner? Your restaurant's reputation keeps dropping, and I can't handle the financial anxiety anymore? Not only that, I'm sick of your arrogant attitude? I'm taking the boys and going back to my parents' house. What? No way. Their things. Everything's gone.
And just like that, Shotaro shut down his restaurant. Losing both his career and his family, he tried finding new work, but the TV show's impact was too great, and no one would hire him. Now, he barely scrapes by doing part-time jobs. As for me, I just put up the sign saying lunch service is over.
Thank you.
We were packed again today, huh?
I can't believe how busy we've gotten. It's all thanks to you. I could spend my whole life trying to repay you. But no, that's not enough.
Huh?
Can I please stay with you? It's not just about repaying you. I want to be your girlfriend. What do you say?
Yes, of course. Enjoyed the video?
Then smash that like button and subscribe.